and I'm down at NorCal Hobbies again, and Razor RC is again very kindly doing the filming. I'll put a link to Razor's YouTube channel below this video. If you want an Arrma Outcast 8S, NorCal Hobbies down in San Jose have actually got them in stock. There's 3 if you move quick, but I cannot see these staying on the shelf long at all. And the thing is so huge, so much so I can almost do with a step to step over the top of the bar. Anyway, if you want one of these, we'll put a link to NorCal below the video. Anyway, let's get this unboxed and see just what we get for our money. Now, I owned the original Outcast, and I've also owned an Autoris. In fact, actually I had one of the first 6S Outcasts in North America. Now at this time we think it's only available in red. Let's have a look what we get for our money. This is the new, and I was just going to say this is just the radio, but it is worthwhile showing the features on this because this is the new Spectrum DX3.
Yeah, so this is the new Spectrum DX3. Really good radio for an RTR. It's got the foam wheel, all the reverse and trims that you want. It's also got programmable endpoint adjustments, which you really want on an RC car to adjust basically your travel left-right, so you're not overstressing the servo. And yeah, the brake is a pretty neat feature. Not a whole lot of radios come with that, so if you don't like how much brake you got, you can turn that down. And then it's part of their smart system, so they can actually tell you the battery voltage there on the little 4 LEDs on the left, and let you know, when you're running low on power. So yeah, pretty nice to see a fairly substantial radio from Spectrum coming in the new Arrmas, and I think a nice replacement for the STX2, which wasn't particularly well received, I think.
Yeah, I can see that that brake balance, being able to adjust it in the air. Well, if you've got the car when it's going back too much, you can dab the brake, and if it's too strong, can't you? Then you can stuff nose into the ground, whereas you could dial it back so you can be jumping like a god with that thing. I was thinking.
It's a little easier to control in the air.
Okay, so very carefully removing this. Man, this is huge. This is huge with a capital H. What have we got in here? We've got our Arrma manual, stickers, toolkit, 17mm, or even maybe 24mm wheel wrench actually.
Hope you guys looked out for this one, because you're going to need some muscles to pick this up.
Man, this is just like dwarfs the 6S version of this. Absolutely dwarfs it. Wow. First thoughts?
Oh yeah.
Big and red.
Man.
I like the new color schemes that they're coming out with Arrmas. I mean, their styling, they just get better and better every year. Got that nice metallic red color. And then the resto mod thing, they've been sort of putting their signature look on all their cars. Sort of old school and new school all at the same time. And it's a pretty impressive vehicle. Definitely.
Wow. It's heavy, but not too heavy, I would say, if you know what I mean. If you want to pan around the outside, and then I don't want to go too wild removing this body film, but it being a car for sale. And these are new. I noticed the body clips on here, the body clip protectors to stop them being pulled through.
Right. The cream ADAS, they were doing something similar. You got the...
And you can retrofit all these to, well, pretty much any RC car, which is one neat feature. I fitted them to some of my others with the straps so you can't lose them. Yeah, you just drill like a 3mm hole or something and push them through.
Normal family look with the back flip tires, the signature Outcast. Like, what does it say there on the front? Don't just blast. I like the little wood paneling on the side of the car.
Oh yeah.
Pretty neat little look there.
Right. It's way bigger than I thought. Way bigger. Man. Some immediate similarities with the Creighton 8S.
Yeah, it's pretty much similar layout. I guess there were 2 Creighton 8S's, like a V1 and a rolling update, or a V2. I don't know if they called it that, but some people had concerns about the durability, and it's nice to see looks like they integrated most of them.
Yeah, I see Kevin Talbot's already been out testing one of these, and so far he's not had any issues bending the chassis. So if Kevin's not bent it, then I think it's definitely been improved. Whether that's just with the increased bracing, or whether they've made it thicker. I'm not quite sure without looking at the specs.
Yeah, this one's got really tall side guards as well on the chassis. I don't remember the Creighton looking like that. It's got the huge Arrma logo.
No, the Creighton is the Creighton. The metal chassis is immediately obvious to you that on there, whereas that you'd look at and think, oh, it's all plastic, but it's not. Large capacity battery trays, so they say, and Spectrum Smart ESC. You know probably a lot more about that than me.
Yeah, that's their big guy, the 8S capable. I don't know how many amps, like 200 or something. I
think that's 150.
It's a motor. It looks like 160 amps.
160 amps.
So,
yeah,
smart system. Their firmest stuff. Big motor, big fan. Everything's all black. Got the IC5 connectors. Looks like 2 batteries. Yeah, pretty impressive vehicle.
Okay, I'll lift that so we can have a look down the underside.
So the cool thing, the new Arrmas kind of have this laser engraving on the bottom with the Arrma logos hidden inside of it. I believe this is still 61 aluminum. So should be decent.
Size impact, yeah. That's going to take a fair hit on the front there.
Yeah, pretty good sized bumper there. Massive, beefy arms.
The only thing I notice on these is that the wheels are, the bumper is not, you're a little bit more, you need to pay a little bit more attention when driving it, because the wheels are at risk being almost virtually slightly in front of the bumper. If you know what I mean, if that makes sense.
Something, the wheels will hit first. Yeah. So I did notice that even on my Arrma Creighton, I have an EXB that they added the like super bashy bumper.
Yeah.
But similar thing, kind of a wider bumper, kind of in line with the wheels.
I'm reliant on you telling me what this looks like from this angle.
Yeah,
but
so
yeah, on the Creighton, it seems much smoother, doesn't so you've not got anything to catch on there. So
right, so similar bumper, just kind of a wide, big plastic bumper. Down the middle, interesting. I think these are actually plastic little inserts on the chassis, so maybe like little sliders on the bottom of the chassis. That's pretty interesting. And then they got a nice little plastic skid plate on the bottom as well. So chassis is pretty well protected. It's I believe it's stamped, so it's got the ridges inside of it, and then the big plastic side guards, which not only will keep mud and stuff out, but will also add a little more rigidity. So this should be a pretty stout little chassis here.
I mean, if those are skid plates on the bottom, that would tie in with it being, because it was originally classed as the original stunt truck, was the 6S one when that came out. So
yeah, so
that will help. I would help a little bit, maybe keep that chassis looking a bit nicer.
Yeah,
anyway,
such a good vehicle definitely needs a lot of reinforcement.
Okay, so people, what are your first thoughts, having seen it up close and personal in the flesh, thanks to Razor RC's camera work? And whilst we have come to the end of the 8S Outcast initial look at it, don't forget at the same time we're going to be filming the new Arrma Felony, which they've also got in stock, the first demo model down here at Millcall Hobbies. Speaking of which, if you like this Arrma Outcast 8S, they have 3 of these in stock as of Friday night, so you could get yourself down here and be driving this one this weekend. Link to them below the video. If you don't want to miss the Arrma Felony video, then don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Well, thumbs up if you like this video, guys. Post any comments you might have in the comment section below the video and hit the circle below to subscribe. And if you do hit the circle, don't forget to hit the bell. Just remember, guys, if you like what you see today, don't forget to subscribe